All right, guys, we're gonna run through really quick a frog pump bridge. This one's been kind of getting a bad reputation lately, but it's a really good exercise for those of you needing to bias out your glutes and work on getting a really good mind-muscle connection and actually de-emphasizing hamstring contribution to the movement a little bit. A lot of people who are working posterior chain have a hard time activating their glutes and they end up over-activating their hamstrings. Especially true in runners and just a lot of female athletes in general who become hamstring dominant versus glute dominant in your posterior chain movements. So what this does, as you pull the heel all the way into the butt as the preset for this movement, you're getting functional inhibition of the hamstrings, so shortening that muscle all the way, which reduces its ability to contribute to the movement pattern. And it allows us to get a really good glute contraction because we're going to go into hip extension, abduction, and external rotation and kind of fully shorten that muscle. So we're going to come in from the sitting position. We're going to pull our heels kind of all the way in, almost like a butterfly stretch, pulling the heels in toward the butt. And then from there, we're going to kind of rock back and then see if we can pull them in a little bit more. And you don't have to lay your hip all the way out towards the floor, but you want it pretty good out. But the main thing is getting the heels all the way in. The feet are pushing in towards each other a little bit. And then from here, you kind of, again, almost inch your butt towards your heels. And then we're going to go into up and squeeze, back down. Up and squeeze, back down. And you should get a really good glute contraction out of this movement. This is one I like to go a little higher rep with, so probably 20 to 30 reps. It's not a movement you're going to load a lot, but it should be strategically implemented into your routine in an activation phase. You know, there's different phases of exercises that you should have within your routine. This should be in the activation phase where you're trying to gain mind-muscle connection and you're sort of priming the pump a little bit so that when you go into your strength or your loading exercises, that muscle's really engaged, it's really turned on, and it's able to become a prime mover into that pattern where otherwise it might not. So it's a great exercise to work on that. Thanks, guys.